Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is finally my finale for my project pan for 2025. Yes, I did not wrap up my project from last year. I totally intended to have this done like a month ago, but we're here now. It's gonna get done. I'm excited to wrap this up so I can get moving on my 2026 project. And yeah, this project went really, really well. So let's recap the final items that I need to talk about because there was a few things that I didn't quite finish out at the end of 2025. So the first item I want to talk about is concealer number one. It's the Boiing Cakeless Concealer, and I did finally finish this. Yay! So a whole concealer finished, even though it is a mini. I don't know how well you can see. Yeah, you can see inside there. I took the stopper out. So I did goof, and I think I threw the stopper out, which I was trying to hang on to it so I could weigh it together with this. However, I moved and, moving with a little tiny stopper, it got lost in the process. So the weight change is a bit wonk. I did talk about this in my last update that I didn't love this concealer. I'm not sure if it still exists. I think it does. I don't love it. I wouldn't repurchase it. Last update, this was 14.67 grams. It's finishing at 13.99 grams. Again, maybe a little wonky in there, missing the stopper, but the stopper was very light, so I don't think it will count for that much weight. So that difference is 0.68, and the total difference is 2.28 grams. Next up is my second concealer that kind of forgot that this was in the project. I did use it a couple of times. This is the Boiing Brightening Concealer. It's more of a color corrector, kind of in the vein of, what is it, the Becca one? That was the one that everybody used to love. It's okay. I've definitely used a fair amount of this product. Sorry, the camera really does not want to focus, so I'm hoping I'm getting some focus. My lighting is not right. Like I said, I've moved and this is not the right setup. I feel like I'm struggling to get the focus. I'm struggling to get the lighting, but we're trying our best here. We're just trying to get some stuff done. So yeah, this last update was 11.48 grams. It's now 11.46 grams. That's a difference of 0.02 grams. And in total, I used 0.11 grams of this product. I am rolling this out. I am not going to put it in, at least not yet, into my project for next year. Next up is my bronzer. So who didn't repress their bronzer? This girl. But I did finish it. So what I ended up doing was it got really thin around the edge. I just kind of broke it up and used it as a loose powder bronzer, and it went really, really quickly once I did that. It was not the best bronzer to use at this time of year because it's definitely a deeper bronzer for me. This is the chocolate bronzer, so it's the regular, the OG, that medium shade. I know there's a milk chocolate. Do they have a dark chocolate? If they don't, they should. I can see myself picking, I would probably prefer to pick up the milk chocolate, and I can see myself if I see it at Winners or Marshalls or deeply discounted, I might pick it up, but I wouldn't bother picking up the regular Too Faced chocolate bronzer. I did enjoy this. It's a nice product, but again, older product. I really just wanted to try it when I saw it. They call this, chocolate Soleil. So anyway, that is done. So last update, this was 24.52 grams. It's now finishing at 23.98 grams. That is a difference of 0.54 grams. And in total, I used 1.82 grams. Yeah, there's no way I can even see what the actual net weight. I want to say it's 3.7 or 2.7. 2.7 or 3.7. Probably 2.7 makes more sense for the size of this. So yay, that is finished. So another product finished in this project. I am going to wrap up all of the products that I've had in this project and what I finished. Next up is my blush. So look who hit pan. Yay! So we did finally hit pan on this. This is the Annabelle blush in the shade Pronto. Again, lighting is kind of looking funny. It's much more of a neutral shade, I feel in person. And I hit pan, I want to say mid-December, second week of December even maybe. It was pretty early after filming my last update, so I'm really happy about that. That was the goal, and we reached the goal, so yay, good job, Anne. I am going to roll this out. I don't want to use this as my blush for my 2026 project. But again, it will probably pop up at some point in another project, or at least just for like usage, because I do like this blush. It's, like I said, a very neutral blush and works with a lot of different makeup looks. So last update, this was 22.39 grams. It's finishing here at 22.19 grams. That's a difference of 0.2 grams. And in total in this project, I used 1.18 grams. Next up is my highlighter, and again, this shows a lot of usage, but I did use most of this in body lotions, which as soon as I finish filming this, I'm going to scrape out more. I meant to do that last update, and then again at the move and things just not being where they should be, I kind of just didn't get around to doing that, and I kind of forgot that this was what highlighter I was using in my project. That this was it. So yeah, so I am going to scrape some more out of this. I'll probably scrape out like this bit here. So it won't be fully finished, but this will be a finished product at some point. Again, not going to put it in my project just yet, but it will show up in a future project probably at some point, or show up as a finished item. So I don't even know if I totally mentioned what this is. This is the Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan Highlighter in Glimmers of BS. And last update, this was 42.53 grams. It's now 42.36 grams. That's the difference of 0.17 grams. And in total, I used 3.46 grams of product. Like, this is a crazy highlighter, like crazy big highlighter. It's 6 grams of highlighter. And I just don't, it's funny because I've been like, I skip highlighter sometimes now. And then even the highlighter that I'm wearing, this is a Catrice one. I'm finding it's just really highlighting texture, and I'm kind of like, I like the look of a little bit of highlighter, but I'm finding I want something even more subtle than some of the stuff that I have. So it's a little frustrating. Trying to figure out, like, again, I've been trying to figure out which products I'm going to use for my project pan for 2026. I keep wanting to say next year. We are in next year. We are well into next year. So anyway, that is the highlighter. And then the final two products, one is the Tarte Camera Lashes Mascara. And I am still plugging away at this. I don't know if I'll put this in the project for next year. It is starting to get, it's starting to wear, like it's starting to show that like I really have to add some more coats to get it to build up. I find it's starting to flake. That's what I find with a lot of the mascaras that I prefer, the sort of volumizing thicker ones. Once they start drying out, they really sort of get flaky. So like if you touch your eyelash, it's like you rub it off, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm still using this. It is what I have on today. I'm still kind of plugging away at it. And yeah, it's one of my favorite mascaras. I can definitely see myself purchasing this in the future. So last update, this was 22.04 grams. It's now 21.32 grams. That's a difference of 0.72 grams. And in total in this project, I used 2.33 grams. And then the final product in this project is this Quo Sculpting Brow. I need to like peel the sticker off. It's looking terrible. But I like the sticker because it like proves that I paid $3 for this. I'm sad that this doesn't actually exist anymore. It's a very, very nice, it's the Quo Sculpting Brow Pomade in Ash. And yeah, it's a really, really nice product. Again, I have it in my brows today. I have been kind of playing around with different brow products. But I still like kind of go back to this because it's easy. I think I'm a pomade person. I'm a pencil person, but I'm also a pomade person. I think the pomade I like because I feel like it wears longer than a pencil, even though I feel like a pencil is slightly faster, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is what I have in my brows today. It's kind of one that I keep going back to, even though I am starting to play with some other stuff. Again, not going to put this in the project for 2026. But again, I'm still going to keep kind of using it on and off. And we did eventually hit pan on this. So I'm pretty happy about how this turned out. It took forever. I did kind of do the whole dig in the middle, which is not what I normally do. That's not like organic usage for me, but I really just wanted to see how long it would take. And it took a long time. This is a pretty hefty product. There's 3.2 grams. So that's a lot of product in here. So last update, this was 46.67 grams. It's now 46.52 grams. That's a difference of 0.15 grams. And in total, I used 0.81 grams. So that is all the products that I finished up with. I finished 2 more products, so it's really, really a good project for me overall. And I wanted to recap what I did finish in this project, even though I am going to try. Again, I'm so behind in filming, but I did bring all my empties with me. I do want to do a makeup 2025 empties video just to kind of like recap everything that I finished in 2025. But I did grab all the stuff that was in this project that I finished, and I'm really happy about this. So I want to kind of recap some of this stuff. So I did finish 3 foundations in this project. I actually finished 4 foundations this year. I am amazed at myself. So 3 foundations, the CoverGirl True Blend, a Misha BB Cream, and an Anastasia Stick Foundation. And then I did finish 1 setting spray. I've talked about I kind of just use setting spray organically, so it's a bit of a cheat to put one in. But this was one I just kind of wanted to finish out. It was fine. It's the LYS Natural Finish Setting Spray. I prefer other ones over this, so I've talked about I wouldn't repurchase. Even though for the price, it was a good one. I did finish 2 primers. So one was the Becca Backlit Primer, and then one was the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams. I keep talking about I do want to try the e.l.f. Putty. Like, this is the Putty Primer, but this is like the regular or the original with a scent. I want to try the liquid version of that. So yeah, I finished 2 primers there. I did finish 3 concealers, if you include the one I just finished, the Benefit Boiing one, but I also finished my NARS Canal Concealer, which I really love this concealer. I do have a better shade, Creme Brulee, that works for me. And then I also finished the CoverGirl. This is kind of like the matching concealer to that foundation. It's the True Blend Undercover. I don't think I'd repurchase this one, but I feel like CoverGirl has come out with some other new concealers that I will probably try. I finished 3 powders. They're all little guys, but I also was kind of working on and off on the large Wet n Wild one that I have. So yeah, like, great progress. So I finished a Laura Mercier one. This is one of my favorite powders. I did buy a full size of this when I caught it at Winners. This was a KVD. This was actually KVD, not Kat Von D, so it was a little bit newer, 2022. It was okay, it was fine. This is a sad pan. I'm sad that it's gone. Too Faced? Everybody's talking about, like, 2016 and, like, you know, nostalgia. Bring this back. I'm going to do the stupid tappy thing. Bring it back. Because I bet you if you brought this back, it would sell like hotcakes. Like Peach Perfect hotcakes. Yeah, Peach Perfect powder. I love this powder. One of my favorites. I did finish a eyeshadow primer. And I did finish 2 eyeliners. One was the Essence eyeliner and one was this Marc Jacobs fine liner. I am sad that I finished this. There's been several times where I've wanted to use this product and I'm like, oh, it doesn't exist anymore. Does anybody know if there is a similar product in the market? This is super teeny tiny and super long wearing. Like, it is one of those eyeliners that's hard to get off, but I like tight lining with this and then using like a colored eyeliner sort of on the top. So I get kind of like at least a deepening along the lash line with this. And then I can use like a colored liner for like something fun along the actual like eyeline. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Marc Jacobs fine liner. It doesn't exist anymore. I thought they were going to bring that line back. Like, I thought they were redoing it and bringing it back. This was an Essence liner. Again, sad that this did not... I thought this was like something I could continue purchasing, but no, they decided to get rid of this. I think they have a newer version, but I don't think it's the same. I'm not sure. But I did repurchase the Urban Decay Perversion, and it's basically the same thing, even though the Urban Decay one is way more expensive. I love it. I love the Urban... Every time I use an Urban Decay liner, I'm like, yes, these are my go-tos. They are expensive, but for me, they last a long time, and they wear really well. They apply really well. So they are, again, one of those pricier items for me that I will go back to purchasing, or like repurchasing. I finished this. This guy, this was the bane of my existence. This was the Winky Lux. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Whew. It's actually freezing cold today. It was cold yesterday. I didn't realize it was going to be even colder today, and I went to the grocery store. Oh my god, that was a rough go. Anyway, this is the Winky Lux eyebrow pencil. It took me forever. Like, you can't even tell by the packaging. This was special packaging. It looked like Egyptian hieroglyphs. So glad that this is finished. I started to like the product more. I didn't like how big this tip is, though. I don't like the triangular. Like, I have very thin eyebrows, so having a bigger pencil is harder to control. But man, that I think that's an OG product. I think that was in my very first Project Pan, if I recall, or like one of them. Actually, that was another thing that I wanted to mention. My channel is 8 years old as of like end of January. So we've hit 8 years. I can't believe my channel is 8 years. I don't know. I have feels about that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited that I'm still going at this, even though we've been kind of falling off the radar a little bit. And I did finish one mascara. This one is the one that I always screw up to pronounce. It's the False Lashes Mascara, Extreme Volume and Curl from Essence. I accidentally purchased this. I did test this out in my like mascara testing. I feel like this one fell in the middle of the road, but it wasn't a favorite. And I bought it again because I thought it was one that I needed to test, forgetting that I had already tested it, which I do plan on doing a mascara testing. I didn't do one last year. I feel like it's been at least a year since I've done one, and I'm so behind. There's so many new mascaras, and I really want to do a new drugstore mascara battle video. I love doing those videos. So we'll definitely be doing one this year. So yeah, finish that guy out. And then one thing I actually didn't finish, but I wanted to mention, because I did pull this out of the project the same time I pulled out the Marc Jacobs, because they were just really boring. But I did continue to keep using this. I'm not wearing it today because I have the Kaja liner in. It's more waterproof than this one. This one was the one that I bought that I thought was waterproof because it said it was waterproof online, and it was not waterproof. Maybe there is a waterproof version, and the thing that they sent me was the non-waterproof version. It's the L'Oreal, the super slim infallible pen. It's fine. I bought the Sephora one to kind of replace it. I think I like the Sephora one better. I definitely like the Kaja one better. But yeah, I was still plugging away at this. I never really finished it. There's still product in it. So again, it's a product that I will probably continue to plug at over the next year. And I'm guessing it will probably be, I don't know, these products, liquid eyeliners surprise me. Sometimes I think it's going to be finished and it just keeps going. So who knows? This one might still be going by the end of the year, but I won't be surprised if it's in my empties at the end of the year. But I won't put it in a project just because it's kind of a boring product in a project, if that makes sense. So yeah, so much finished in this project. I feel like this is one of my best project pans, and strictly a makeup project pan. I finished 19 items in this project. That for me is good. It's so good. I don't know if 2026 will be as successful, but I am looking forward to pulling out some new products and starting over again. So yeah, that's it. That's a wrap on 2025. Finally, we finished the project pan for 2025. I will be filming an intro to 2026. I don't know when it'll even get posted, but we're going to get started soon. So if you like this video, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.